How's it going, everybody? Nate Rathman from Spiritual Stewardship back here to make another video. And again, I'm making these videos in an attempt to connect with people who are also on a spiritual journey and hopefully talk about things that are mirroring things happening for you in your own life on your own spiritual path as it's unfolding. Today, I'm going to make a video talking about the power of passion. Um, this is kind of a funny topic for me. I am a admitted recovering codependent. Um, I have been a people pleaser for over 40 years. Um, and being a people pleaser, it makes it very difficult to figure out what you like to do. And I don't know if you identify with this. If you do, awesome. If you know what you like and you got plenty of passions, good on you. Stick around, maybe something fun will come out of it. But really, I'm coming from a place that when I talk about passion and finding my passion and doing things that I'm passionate about, a big part of what is is a bit of a struggle for me in there is just identifying what I'm actually passionate about, because for a long time I was spent much of my time just tuning into other people's wants and desires, figuring out how I could be a good helper, how I could bring value to a family system when I was little in my family of origin, and now as a married husband with kids, being somebody who contributes to the family, whether that's through taking care of the kids, cooking, doing different things. Um, and it becomes very easy to kind of lose yourself in people pleasing and serving others and taking those intuitive abilities we all have and turning them outward. And I think what's interesting about talking about passion as it relates specifically to spiritual growth and the spiritual journey is that it is very you cannot do it without turning inward. It's imperative. You have to look inward, and you have to start examining in your heart, what are the things that you deeply care about? What are the things that light you up? What are the things that you could drop almost anything else in your life and just really dig into that for like a couple hours, a couple days, a couple of weeks? Um, and the reason that I'm making this channel, ironically enough, is that I am a self help junkie. I'm a spiritual nerd. I love doing all of this stuff. Um, and I am making this channel because even if nobody watches it, it's fun for me to talk about this stuff and to kind of articulate and give airtime and just pull these ideas and these reflections on what's happening in my life out into the world, out into the public, and just give them space to kind of breathe and be. And I love talking about the power of passion in this sense because um, doing the thing that I am passionate about is also enriching my life and hopefully enriching your life, because it's a it's something that is shared. So when I am passionate about the spiritual journey, my own, yours, everybody's, what it means to be a soul incarnated on earth and going through this experience. When I'm passionate about reading books on the subject, I'm passionate about talking about um, what does it mean to go from 3D to 4D to 5D and all of those crazy concepts that come along with that. I like contemplating infinity. I like thinking about who sits on the council of light. Are Arcturians and Pleiadians like chilling in my house and I just can't see them because they're in a different dimension? I don't know. Stuff like that is fascinating to me. And even more fascinating is like grabbing a friend or my wife, who has to listen to a lot of this stuff, and just having a conversation about it. So part of the reason that I made this channel was, again, to have conversations with like-minded people and talk about topics that I care deeply about. And in this way, the passion for me is the spiritual journey. And It's just something that is now having this outward manifestation through this YouTube channel. And then the process of making the YouTube channel is also tapping into creativity and is tapping in to the universe and saying to the universe, here's something that I care a lot about. It's not even necessarily attached to an outcome or a goal. It's just that I like doing it. And I'm going to put more and more of my energy and time into it. And then I'm going to enjoy the process of what flows in because of that. So I've talked before about surrender and allowing. This is part of that process in I think a pivotal or very instrumental part of that process of surrendering and allowing to bring in manifestations is that underpinning all of that has to be something that you are passionate about, has to be something that you care deeply about, something that moves you to take different actions, something that moves me as an introverted, not totally out of the spiritual closet person to decide to start a freaking YouTube channel where all I do is talk about fascinating spiritual topics and different things like that. I'm also starting a podcast with two of my friends called the Spiritual Nerds Podcast. And we just rap for like 40 or 50 minutes and just talk metaphysical stuff. And it's awesome. It doesn't feel like work at all. It feels super fun and super, you know, it's rejuvenating. It's giving me energy. And I think that's really the power of passion is that if you can tap into something that you're passionate about and that you're enjoying, then doing the things in and around it are done for the process themselves because everything around it is enjoyable to you. And then the outcome kind of becomes a second thing, you know? I mean, the outcome of this process is that I'm putting out videos that hopefully will be shared and people will enjoy. That's cool. But just sharing the content, talking about this stuff, putting it out there, saying to the universe, hey, I am acting on my passion. I would like to bring more of this into my life. It's showing up in my personal relationships, it's showing up in relationships with friends, it's showing up as signs now from the universe. I have like weird synchronistic stuff happening to me all the time. And it's all started when I started putting more and more of my attention and power on this following my passion, which is basically just dropping in and getting more and more deeply involved in my spiritual life and becoming more and more spirit led, talking about it, sharing it, and really, um, you know, doing as much as I can to say to the universe, I want to bring more of this passion and all of its ancillary energies and things into my life. So I encourage you, find the thing that you're passionate about. Um, get intentional, spend some time and put extra energy into the thing you're passionate about and see what happens. You might be very surprised. And no matter what happens, you're going to enjoy it because it's something you're passionate about. So I really appreciate you taking the time. If you're passionate about this video, give me a thumbs up, and I hope you all have a nice day. Bye.